Hi, everybody. This is Mrs. Wicks with Wonder Read Aloud number 58. The name of this chapter is Take Your Seats, Everyone, and this is Augie's point of view. Jack and I walked right behind a couple of sixth graders into the building and then followed them to the auditorium. Mrs. G was at the entrance handing out the programs and telling kids where to go. Fifth graders down the aisle to the left, she said. Sixth graders to the right. Everyone come in, come in. Good morning. Go to your staging areas. Fifth graders to the left, sixth graders to the right. The auditorium was huge inside, big sparkly chandeliers, red velvet walls, rows and rows and rows of cushioned seats leading up to a giant stage. We walked down the wide aisle and followed the signs to the fifth grade staging area, which was in a big room to the left of the stage. Inside were 4 rows of folding chairs facing the front of the room, which is where Ms. Rubin was standing, waving us in as soon as we walked in the room. Okay, kids, take your seats, she was saying, pointing to the rows of chairs. Don't forget, you're sitting alphabetically. Come on, everybody, take your seats. Not too many kids had arrived yet, though, and the ones who had weren't listening to her. Me and Jack were sword fighting with our rolled up programs. Hey, guys! It was Summer walking over to us. She was wearing a light pink dress and I think a little makeup. Wow, Summer, you look awesome, I told her because she really did. Really? Thanks, you do too, Augie. Yeah, you look okay, Summer, said Jack kind of matter-of-factly, and for the first time I realized Jack had a crush on her. This is so exciting, isn't it? Said Summer. Yeah, kind of, I answered, nodding. Oh man, look at this program, said Jack, scratching his forehead. We're going to be here all day. I looked at my program. I'll try to show you guys a little. See how, forget that the screen's opposite. I'll read it out loud to you. There's the program. Headmaster's opening remarks, Dr. Harold Jansen. Middle school director's address, Mr. Lawrence Tushman. Light and Day by the middle school choir. Fifth grade student commencement address from Ximena Chin. Pachelbel, Canon, and D from the middle school chamber music ensemble. Sixth grade student commencement address from Mark Antoniak. Under Pressure by the middle school choir. Middle school dean's address from Ms. Jennifer Rubin. Awards presentation, see back, roll call of names. Why do you think that? I asked. Because Mr. Jansen's speeches go on forever, said Jack. He's even worse than Tushman. My mom said she actually dozed off when he spoke last year, Summer added. What's the awards presentation? I asked. That's where they give medals to the biggest brainiacs, Jack answered, which would mean Ximena and Charlotte will win everything in the 5th grade like they won everything in the 4th grade and in the 3rd grade. Not in the 2nd grade? I laughed. They didn't give those awards out in the 2nd grade, he answered. Maybe you'll win this year, I joked. Not unless they give awards for the most C's, he laughed. Everybody take your seats. Ms. Rubin was starting to yell louder now, like she was getting annoyed that nobody was listening. We have a lot to go through, so take your seats. Don't forget, you're sitting in alphabetical order. A through G is the first row, H through N is the second row, O through Q is the third row, R through Z is the last row. Let's go, people. We should go sit down, said Summer, walking toward the front section. You guys are definitely coming over to my house after this, right? I called out after her. Definitely, she said, taking her seat next to Ximena Chin. When did summer get so hot? Jack muttered in my ear. Shut up, dude, I said, laughing as we headed toward the 3rd row. Seriously, when did that happen? He whispered, taking the seat next to mine. Mr. Will? Ms. Rubin shouted. Last time I checked, W came between R and Z, correct? Jack looked at her blankly. Dude, you're in the wrong row, I said. I am? And for the face he made as he got up to leave, which was a mixture of looking completely confused and looking like he's just played a joke on someone, totally cracked me up. The next chapter is called A Simple Thing.